My dear students, welcome to LMS portal. I am G.L.N. the lecturer in Zoology, Government Degree College, Kalyanadurg. In this session, we are going to learn about feed ingredients and formulation. The learning objectives of today's session are: we are going to learn about the various types of feed ingredients, because there are many types of feed ingredients, namely roughages, concentrates and feed supplements. We are also going to learn about feed formulation. That means which formula has to be followed. Followed by feed mixing. That means in which proportions the different types of ingredients have to be mixed up in order to boost up the productivity. Because the productivity of the dairy farming totally depends on the type of feed which you are going to supply to the cattle. So we have to supply the quality feed that has got more calorific value and that is cheaper also. Feed formulation is an important dimension of feed management in the dairy industry, because the type of food and the quality of the food which you are going to supply to the cattle determines the quantity of milk production and also meat production. Much of the investment in the dairy industry, is diverted towards feed management and formulation. Dairy feed ingredients are divided into roughage and concentrates. Roughage is the feed that contains much fiber, whereas concentrates will have less fiber content and more primary nutrients. And these roughages are again divided into succulent roughages and dry roughages. And this roughage is high in fiber content, and it is classified into succulent roughage and dry roughage. Succulent roughages have high moisture content, whereas dry roughages have very little moisture content. And coming to the concentrates, the foodstuffs containing more primary nutrients and less fiber content are called concentrates. Concentrates are again divided into protein concentrates and energy concentrates. Feed supplements are of different types, of course. Mineral supplements are there. These mineral supplements ought to be given in order to maintain electrolyte balance within the body of a cattle. For example, if you take sodium and potassium, they are highly responsible for the electrolyte balance. Apart from that, sodium and potassium are essential for the nerve impulse transmission. Hormonal supplements are also to be given to the cattle in prescribed ration. Especially oxytocin and estrogen hormones are highly useful in cattle industry. Estrogen is responsible for the formation of the different tissues and contour of the udder. Oxytocin is responsible for the ejection of the milk from the udder. Vitamin supplements are also to be given, because vitamins, although they don't release energy directly, they are responsible for indirect release of energy because they act as coenzymes, cofactors like that. Probiotics are also very much essential, because these probiotics, no doubt they are being synthesized by the intestinal bacteria in any mammal, but external supplements should also be given, because these probiotics are essential for the boosting of the process of easy digestion. That means probiotics facilitate the process of digestion. Green grass is the best example of succulent roughage, of course, and straw and hay are the examples of dry roughages. Under concentrates, cereal grain can be given, millets can be given, oats can be given, wheat can be given, rice can be given, and they can be mixed up along with certain cakes like a groundnut oil cake, soya bean meal, sunflower oil cake, animal and vegetable fat. every feed ingredient will have its own advantages and disadvantages. And coming to certain feed ingredients, for example, let us take maize. Maize has high metabolizable energy. There is one new variety that is developed that is called Flory 2, and this Flory 2 is the new variety of maize, and this has high methionine and lysine content. Crushed maize is the better choice, of course. Flake maize decreases the butter fat content of the milk. Even shape also determines the taste of the feed. Taste depends on the physical nature, physical size, physical shape of the feed. So crushed maize is preferable here. Coming to bajra, which is called Penicillium typhoides, it is rich in tannin content. Sorghum can also be given. Rice, no doubt it has got very rich content of crude protein, but it is costlier. Oats are the rich source of glutamic acid, but methionine, histidine and tryptophan are less available in oats. Wheat is very much rich in two components, namely gluten and gliadin. Groundnut oil cake is the cheapest protein supplement, because we know pretty well that the groundnut crop is grown in Andhra Pradesh on larger scale. Soya bean meal, it is costlier of course, but it has got much protein value. It has got nearly 44% of proteins. But there is one small slight disadvantage in soya bean, that is it has got saponins. These saponins present in soya bean should be of course inactivated by heat processing. And coming to sunflower oil cake, it is rich in PUFA content, P poly, U unsaturated, F fatty, A acid. Sunflower oil cake is very rich in polyunsaturated fatty acid content. So that is how the feed has to be rationed, and it has to be formulated, and it has to be mixed in different ratios and proportions in order to boost up the production of milk and meat, and in order to keep the cattle healthy. But certain precautions have to be taken while supplying feed. The adulteration should be checked, it should be avoided. Heat processing may be required for some foodstuffs, because we have already seen that the saponin content that is present in soya meal has to be inactivated only through heat processing. Treatment with antioxidants may also be needed in order to prevent rancidity, especially the rancidity of animal fats can be prevented by treating them with antioxidants. And there is a need of feed formulation and mixing, because feed formulation ensures the quality feed. Feed formulation ensures the quality of feed, because insufficient feed and less quality feed may result in underweight and may result in low yield of milk and meat. That is the reason why it has to be formulated in a scientific basis. Feed formulation and mixing reduces the wastage of food, and based on energy, the feed is classified into low energy feeds, high moisture feeds and high fiber feeds. Non-legume fodders and legume fodders. Legume fodders are very much rich in protein, calcium and phosphorus, and the mixing varies with age, weight and condition of the cattle. Pregnant cow should be given different ration, and the calf should be given different ration. Like that, the ration of the feed varies with the age, weight and condition of the cattle. The ration that is needed, that is required for the sustenance of life of the cattle, is called maintenance ration, whereas the ration that is required for encouraging the cattle to do some work, it may be ploughing, like that, that is called production ration. The ration that is required for maintenance of pregnancy is called gestation ration, and the ration that is given during lactation is called milch cattle ration. Maintenance ration includes straw 4 to 5 kgs and concentrate mixture 1 to 2 kgs. Production ration includes a straw 3 to 5 kgs and a concentrate mixture 2 kgs. Milch cattle ration, here you can see straw 6 kgs and concentrate mixture up to 7 kgs. So like that the feed should be formulated, it should be conditioned, it should be planned, it should be rationed, it should be mixed in the prescribed proportions. So that is about today's lesson. Thank you one and all, and my profuse thanks to CCE and thanks to our principal GDC G.L.N. Thank you very much.